Hello everyone, Sam Stevens here, or Sammy Stevens. So today I just wanted to update you on my Skyntone Drumheads and the kit that goes with the Skyntone Drumheads. So this is a Premier Artist Heritage Series with a white marine silk finish. So again, Premier drums. It is a something ply. It could be 3. I'm not sure. It could be 5. It is made out of birch, so that's what the drums are. It's a intermediate kit, you know, double lugs, not alternating like that cool Majestic kit I had, that mahogany one I showed you in the previous Skyntone video. But you know, it's a nice kit. The bass drum's right there, out of your view. I will bring it over just so you can peek at it right here. This is what it looks like. It has this little riser thing. I also put Skyntone heads on it, but I've been experimenting heavily with the way I'm tuning them, and that's what I wanted to kind of show you today. As well, like I said, it comes with the birch snare. Update on the Copperphonic, I have it on order. It should be shipping in about a month. And I put the snare wires on it, put a Ludwig Weathermaster, which is made by Remo. A clear, probably Ambassador snare side. I just wanted to see how it sounded just for the month I would have it before I get the Copperphonic. Still have the Diplomat. I will not be putting the Skyntone on it. I'm waiting for the Copperphonic to put the Skyntone on it. Has a more of a 3-point strainer, so on, non-engaged really, and then really non-engaged. So it's weird strainer, you know, but still these. And update on the Copperphonic, again, I am planning to get Animal Gut. The old Acrolite I have, which I showed in the previous video, that is from the 1960s. So it has that strainer where it is, you can put Animal Gut through it. So I'm planning to try Animal Gut and also a different strand than Grover, just to experiment and try to get a good sound, you know, like Roy Haynes, he had a great sound on his snare drum, you know, like you could search up. It's a Stan Getz Quartet. It's on YouTube. London School of Economics. They played a concert there back in the 60s with Gary Burton, Steve Swallow on bass. You obviously know Gary Burton, you know, being on vibraphone, I'm sure. If you don't, you know, watch him. But Roy Haynes and then Stan Getz, obviously. And, you know, great snare sound. He was with Ludwig, I'm sure, at the time. Obviously. He was only with Slingerland about like in the early 60s, I believe. I don't know, I've done research, I just forgot where it entirely was. But, you know, great sound. You know, so that was before the copper snare he had, and but it sounded like there was some kind of snare under there that I could get, and it could be Animal Gut, you know, that I could make it sound like that. So anyway, that's the snare. Probably won't be using it after I get the Copperphonic. So I got these 2 toms. I wanted to take you through my tuning process, which, so I'm not perfect, but for my last tenor tuning tips, right, I did the ruler method and everything, and it works amazing on tenors, as you can see, right? I did that 14-inch head on the 4 drum. That's what they call it, you know, playing tenors. And it worked amazing. The thing is, with drums that have 2 sides to it, so a batter and a resonant, tenors only have a batter, so it's real easy, right? You get one head, so it's 1 pitch, and that's it, right? The only thing interfering is kind of the pitch of the shell, you know, whatever. You know, like I know DW goes all whole into that, you know, when they have the Collector Series drums, and they're like, oh, this natural pitch is a D, or whatever, you know. Cool, but when it gets to 2 drums, it gets really just a little wonky, and it's really, really hard to do it. So it's not the most efficient, and I might have said that you could use this on snare. It works great, I'd say, for a snare side head because it's so thin, and you can get it so out of shape, or it might work good for that. But for regular heads, like a bass drum, or here, it's a little iffy. So I just wanted to tell you because of that. If any of y'all had to watch my tenor tuning tips, it's just really challenging, except for maybe a snare side head, which is that really thin 2 milliliter for Diplomat, 3 milliliter for Ambassador, and 5 mil for the Emperor. So really, really thin, and it's really hard to get it straight. Just wanted to tell you that. So I'm learning. I took this whole thing from Rick Dior, which is a great drummer on YouTube. I'd go look at him. And it just takes you through a process. So anyways, I just finished really this 12-inch, and I just wanted to give you a little preview. You know, the heads aren't really played yet, so they're not really built in just yet. You know, I'm sure there's some glue that still has to crack and it still has to settle in. But I was listening to Snap Crackle by Roy Haynes, right, in the album Out of the Afternoon. And my whole idea is, like, with my Majestic kit, my mahogany one that I showed you, that was inspired through Max Roach. So it wasn't the exact drum sizes, but the tuning was, right? So this year, you know, with this kit, I'm kind of going for more Roy Haynes. So I listened to his tom, and I just like sung it into the tuner, which is right here. Great tuner app. It's called Tonal Energy Metronome and Tuner or whatever. And the pitch for the 12-inch, which I'm sure was a 12, 14, 18, because that's what he was known for using, was an F. So, I could hear it, right? Sympathetic vibration. But that's just the sound of the drum. Right? So, the resonant, I usually go minor third under. It's just, you can do whatever you want. I think it gets a little more depth out of the drum, a little more, if it's right, a good resonance. It's not conflicting, you know, both of the heads. You get the low end, you get projection out of the drum without the use of adaptive or amplification. That's what I meant to say. So, you know, that's just a general basis I do. So this is an F, and this is about a D, which is a minor third under. Which, yeah. And then, so. Right, so about that, you know, it's just whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect for me. They're still gonna settle in. I'm still gonna have to mess with them just a little more. But that's my thing. So now I want to take you through the process I did to get to here. And by the way, completely stolen from Rick Dior, guys. Okay, so this is not like I'm the first one to do this. I like the ruler method for tennis, but we're gonna take this 14 because I haven't messed with this 14 yet. Let's check the perspective. Let's see if it's still working. Okay, hopefully my face wasn't cut off. Drill. This drum key, it's an actual drum key. It just has this little thing that fits in to this, like how you kind of, let's see, like how you kind of unscrew this and you put like a little bit in there. Well, you could do that with this drum key because look how the drum key looks. See that? So this is what I was gonna get a bit from the local drum shop. My dad said we had this and I could try it out. So it works, you know. You get it on reverse. So you reverse with these bits with the drill, right? You do not tighten with these. That's the main thing, right? So while I'm doing this, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, I'll probably, you know, let me move this up so you can see it. Check out the Pink Floyd poster, guys. I'm a Gumma, man. One of the best albums. I mean, well, kind of. One of the best album covers by Pink Floyd. So look. Loosen it all the way. Make sure it's out. Boom. A lot faster than taking a drum key, you know. It works really nice. So, you know, I'm just going to go around and do this. And one more. No, two more. So this is after I realized the ruler method didn't really work on tom-toms or bass drums. Okay, so this is the batter. Okay, so let's remember that. Good, batter. Batter will go by the ton. Then you take the resonant. Now for the resonant, I'm not going to take it off entirely. I just kind of want one head right now. So I'm not going to take it off because I don't need to redo it. You know, I don't want to have to do all that and straighten it out because I have the logo where it wants to be. Alright, so that's almost all the heads. I mean the pentagon. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finger tighten all of it. Okay? Alright, so I know I screwed it pretty loose where it's basically coming out, but that's okay, you know. I'm not in a rush. I mean, for storage, yes, but on the phone. But you know, finger tighten. But look, people, and this is why I got this from Rick Dior. People will usually just say, okay, this is like, see my, all right, index, yeah, you can see it. It's tightening as much as it can, right, with everything. I'm trying to, this is just for example, right, I'm tightening, okay, look, getting everything, okay, it's all tightened, good. No, not good, okay, look. I rest my arm on the whole rim, and I really get it down, like that. Alright, so this one, look, this one was tightened all the way until I put my arm on it, and I really tightened it down. So this is what you do. Just lay your arm, put a bunch of pressure on the rim, on the counter hoop, and you just tighten it as much as you can from there. So it settles, it gets the head moving, you know. It's even, okay? So after that, all right, I believe I'm gonna take my drum key, which is right here. A real nice pearl drum key that got stolen by my friend, and I eventually found it from him. So a really funny story, but let me move this back just. Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna do. So look, I call this a full turn. I don't know, because it is a full turn. So this is one. That's a half turn. 2. Okay. I'm gonna go this lug to here. So 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. So full turn each, right? For all 8 lugs. That's 6. This is the 7th. 8th. Okay. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. Alright, so you heard a little glue cracking. That's okay. Your head's fine. So now what I'm gonna do after this is I'm gonna feel by just feeling the drum key. So that I'm gonna get it to a point where it feels pretty snug, and that's what I'm just gonna do. So this one, it already feels pretty snug. This one, it doesn't feel quite snug. So I'm just gonna get it where it does feel it. Like this one already feels snug. I'm gonna check this one again. Yep. This one doesn't feel quite snug yet. This one doesn't, yeah, it's really not snug. Alright. So I'm just kind of going by feel. I'm trusting myself, right? So everything should be fine. So it's pretty much the same. Now, oh, look at this, guys. New perspective. Look, see, that's me. Hi, guys. This is my shelf. That's all my drumsticks. That's about 50 pairs. A lot of money spent into that. Anyway, so, right. Drum goes on the floor. Get my pillow. No, I'm not. I'm gonna wing it. You know, not the best idea to putting bearing edge on the here, but that's okay. You know, it's an intermediate kit, anyways. It's okay. Look. Your drum head will be okay. This is exactly what Rick Dior does, and I've done it. So, you're just gonna hit your heel of the foot. Make sure a towel's over. And I'm just gonna put pressure. Try to get anything to crack. Sometimes something would crack, but you kind of want that, right? You want it to settle in. Alright, so since I've already put the head on here, it's not too bad, but I'm feeling a little, right? You might hear a little. That's about it. That's the whole idea. So already then, kind of went down in pitch. So that's just the general idea. So, like I said, I already kind of put the head on there previously, and it already got time to crack. But I'm still gonna do it because I still heard a few cracks. Not much, but you know. See how it's already kind of lower? Now, I'm just gonna go for one more right here. Half turn, that's it. Boom, that's one half turn. And you can go pretty much clockwise now. And by the way, when I listen to Roy Haynes, right, in this, let's see. These kind of feel just a little low, so I'm just gonna kind of tighten them just a little. That's fine for right now. Like I said, I'm gonna be putting another head on it, so it's not gonna be perfect right now. You know, you just have patience. I'm gonna have patience. I'm gonna trust myself in that, right? Anyway, so I listened to Roy Haynes, correct? And for the 14-inch, it was about a B, right? It was kind of in the middle between a B and a C. You know, I just kind of like, so this is a B. Right, and an F. So anyways, that's a tritone, right? So put together, real dissonant. So I don't know if that's what he intended to do, but that's what I'm hearing from the drums. And by the way, look, I'm trying to tell you, right? Both heads, right? They make both together and the shell a sound, right? It's not like you tune both drums to B and they sound like a B when you're not dampening one side like how I had this on my bed, the batter side, and I'm doing the resonant. It's not gonna happen that way. You find out, you know, it's a combination of all variables. So for me, I could get an F sound if I tune the batter to an F and the resonant to a D. That's just what happens for me, right? Anyways, guys. So not yet, you know, not done yet, but you know, it's a learning experience. Oh, by the way, first video, I'm 17, guys, so happy 17 to me. And like that, you know, I'm only 17. I've only been drumming, you know, for 3 years or whatever. So, not even really, you know. So it's a whole experience. So I just wanted to keep y'all updated. I'm really excited for the Copperphonic snare and everything. So just, you know, keep on grooving. Keep on working, you know, if this helped you, I'm glad. I'm sure Rick Dior did a better job than me. So probably check out his video. It's probably called, like, you know, tuning. Oh, it's like tuning 3 snares. It's like calfskin and like 2 synthetic. Just you search up snare tuning Rick Dior if you want to get a little more insight. But you know, I liked what he's done, you know, with the toms and with 2-sided drums. You know, not just like a tenor drum, which is only one head. So, you know, I'm pleased with the 12 right now. We're going to keep on experimenting with this, you know, see the batter-resonant relationship, you know, how the shell works within that, and, you know, at that pitch, and so everything, you know, just keep on working, and I will too. So, I hope y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.